explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some range and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
Today, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Josh Jacobs, the Raider ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 40-yard run on first down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one by defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's airing it out for Williams, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Good running there by Kamara on 1st down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
Every time I see Corey Littleton play, I feel just a little bit older. I called some of his games at the University of Washington, where he began his career there as a safety before moving to linebacker later in his tenure there. Definitely a tackling machine. 8th in the NFL as a member of the Rams last year, and special teams players in the league.
An interesting note about our quarterbacks here, Drew Brees and Derek Carr. You know, we might not see the ball hit the ground all that much because they were number 1 and number 2 in the NFL in completion percentage last year. Brees a staggering 74.3%. Carr at 70.4%. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down. Brees now. Looking long for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw.
And look at this. It's a fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard.
Number
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
And it's 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score, Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
And 10.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he would go out right near the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
1st and 10.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be...
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Not going to make it. They stop him on short. And this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just in the...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Drew Brees sacked.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. And then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise. Just by how it's gone down, how about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And then the Dallas game, they just gave away. That's a team that should be at worst 1-1 right now. Now looking at 0-2 and have a lot of questions.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and an out pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 56 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, DOA-Jae Harris. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that.
And this will be caught at the 30. And take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Throwing on first down is Carr. Drops this off to Richard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Throwing again on second down. Carr.
Now that's the type of play gives.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. There he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he floats one there, incomplete.
On the fake extra point.
So we come upon halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Saints 19, Raiders 7.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Here's Harris to return it.
stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman there to make the grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a third and long after that sack.
Throwing now is Carr.
The open man here, Renfro. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Nice catch up by Tyrell Williams, who got off to a hot start. Heck, I'd call it a blazing start in 2019, scoring a touchdown each of his first 5 games. And he has history as a big-time receiver as well. 1,000 yards receiving for the Chargers back in 2016.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Raiders.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3. Points on his ledger.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Breeze. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they...
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I should have said they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard, as this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And Las Vegas, first down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Carr. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Now Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. And this one is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 16 yards, a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
What a game it's been for this offense and 41-year-old Drew Brees. If they get points here, they can finally surpass.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the booth. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for that's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. On 1st down, Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete. It's now.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
For the Raiders.
The return, Harris. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking